Hello there. As we all know, advertising can be very expensive. And oftentimes it can spell the difference between a job being profitable or not profitable. So I would like to just take a couple minutes to explain and kind of throw out a concept that I think is important and can be helpful. And that is, okay, I spend X number of dollars for an ad, I get X number of leads from that ad, I get X number of sales from that ad, and yet when I compare it all, my advertising costs are, let's just say 10%, to use easy numbers. Well, for most small businesses, 10% advertising costs is too expensive. And typically, the larger businesses like to keep their advertising marketing costs down somewhere 2 to 3%. It depends on the venue. Some products you can have quite a bit higher marketing budget or advertising budget than that. But a lot of businesses are somewhere in the 2 to 3%. A lot of smaller businesses are 3 to 5%. But let's say your business is at 10%. And let's just pick a simple example. Let's say it's roofing. Okay? Well, if your salespeople are out there selling again, let's say that your advertising cost based on your past history is 10%. And let's say your average roof sale is $5,000. Okay? Now, what would happen if instead of your average roof sale being $5,000, your average roof sale was $10,000? Please understand, again, I'm just using easy numbers. Okay, if that went, and how would you do that? Well, as an example, instead of using a 30-year shingle or a 20-year shingle, you use a 30 or 40-year dimensional shingle. And let's say you take that average sale from $5,000 to $10,000, again, for easy figures. What happens? The cost of your advertising just went down by 50%. So if it cost you 10% to get a $5,000 sale, if you turn that sale into a $10,000 sale, instead of your acquisition cost being 10%, it's going to be 5%. And I think that in a lot of cases, okay, it might not be exactly those numbers, but in a lot of cases, this can be done. And there's a word for it. It's called upselling. And if you can work with your salespeople to as much as possible, and when appropriate, to do upselling, I'll guarantee that your advertising costs percentage-wise will go down. And as a business owner, that makes a tremendous difference. And quite often, it's a win-win-win for everybody. Because as a business owner, you're selling more on that particular lead, and so the cost of that lead went down. For the salesperson, he is selling a higher priced job, so if he's paid on commission, he is earning more commission for the same amount of time spent. And quite often, depending what it is, the homeowner is also a benefit. The homeowner or the building owner also benefits from it because he can get a nicer looking roof. He can get a roof that's going to last much longer. And maybe in some cases he doesn't have the extra costs of doing a tear off or something like that, and you can put a 40-year dimensional shingle right on top. So he's saving money on some areas, he's getting a better looking roof, he's getting a longer lasting roof, and so the net result is that he also wins from this. So it's a win-win-win. It's a pretty good combination.